Hello and welcome to Talking Baseball. It's a big one. It's all JM. It's through July 1st. Oh my God. A lot of Jombino. We gotta talk some ball. Gotta talk some damn ball. Max Meyer.
Oh man. Austin Martin.
That's the end. That's the end of the inning. The Fish win another game. Hello and welcome to Talking Baseball, presented by Fanatics Markets, where fans trade on sports. Fanatics Markets available now on app stores. Welcome, people. It might be a hot one today. We're sneaking up on 4th of July weekend. You got a lot of pride in this chat, as Pride Month just wrapped up. Now it's American Pride. We need to get those. We need to get those two sides back together a little more. Trev's running hot today, and I like that. I like that a lot. And we're going to talk about the best players in baseball. If you're interested in that, Trev, how are you?
I mean, we shared some photos today on the group chat. I am running a little hot. I got up early today. I think if you're a dad out there, you understand the quiet time in the morning before everyone's up is like sacred. Sometimes I don't get it because I want to sleep a little more, but when I'm up and you get out there, I start the fireplace, I have a coffee, take the dog out, sit outside for a little bit. Oh, so I did that this morning, and look how energized I am, Jake.
I love that. I don't know any masculine feelings really, but that's got to be up there. That's got to like looking at your land you own, waiting for your family to get up. Yeah. Hell yeah. No, I just got high on the couch and watched Mexico ransack Ecuador last night. Equally as nice. And then our local Dunkin' shut down, so the office is really. We're hurting right now. I had to go to a new coffee place. Aren't
we moving anyway?
Oh, whoa.
Is that
hello. Bleep that out. Let's talk some baseball. It's all JM, people. Enjoy your holiday weekend. And yeah, this should be a fun one. Judge John Boy should be on his way in. I don't know. I know Dalt is buried in the stats right now. I don't know if we can find Judge John Boy's wig. Oh, it's right next to my desk. So that's where all the shit ends up. Hello, cussing, rumors about the company moving. We've got it all in these first 5 minutes. And if you're new to All JM, I'll try to do it as fast as I can. Years ago, we were debating players and All-Star games, and All-Star game as it sneaks up on us. We'll see you guys at our live event, by the way, July 14th in Philly. My mom RSVP'd yes, and my new dad, Jim. So watch out, everyone. Watch, yeah, I know you like those words a lot.
Me and Mama Story, how are they going to chop it up?
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, I did not compute that yet. Okay.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Taylor Jackson's mom might be there too.
Right. And can we say one thing? Shout out to the moms.
Yeah.
Shout out to the moms. We talked about that dad power energy that you, me, and Rob have, but shout out to the moms.
Moms have the real power.
Whoa, the power, life. We talk about mostly baseball here, and for all JM, it's all-star games can sometimes be deceiving if you have a couple good months or there's not other good players at your position, or if you're a star, maybe you're overshadowing someone who's having a better season. Shout out Otto, MF, and Lopez, not to get ahead of ourselves, but and we do it by month, so whoever has the best April, and then who has the best April-May combined, who has the best April-May-June combined leads us through this episode. Not just the best June, it's the best season to this point. We give out pedals for each month that leads to a Silver Daisies. That's led to Joe's McFly on the road, handing out awards to players and their teammates to give to players. It's been sloppy, but it's a best way to highlight the best players in baseball because we get caught up watching our teams a lot. And sometimes you might see a player for a weekend, and if that's their slump, shout out to Okamoto. I don't think he's going to win AL third base, but the first time the Yanks played him, he was in his first slump of the year. It's like, this Okamoto guy. And then he hit 2 absolute ding-dongs, a one on an up-and-in Schlittler pitch, that it's like, oh yeah, so we're finding the best players in the league throughout the season. Coach, anything you need to get off your chest before we do this?
I think, Jake, this is going to be an excellent episode. We before the show, usually we talk about what we got going on here. We learned that we have 4 different votes on the NL side. One we talked extensively about already behind the scenes. I can't wait to share it with the people. Let's do it, man.
Yeah. Yes. Then let's. So we'll start with the NL because it's going to be a little clunkier. We only have one not lockstep in the AL, which maybe that'll be the hottest thing we go through. Anyways, in the National League, we'll start off with the catching position, and it had been Drake Baldwin. Trevor, he got off to that incredible start. Is he the best catcher in baseball? Which, I don't know. Maybe I was just spurning Mariners fans. But he was also playing out of his mind. He then gets hurt. He still holds it through May. I don't know if that's going to continue because he has only played 60 games. So a lot of the stats are still there. And when he came back, he was in quite a funk. I remember a 1 for 31 at one point. I think it got worse than that. William Contreras has constantly hung around this list. Hunter Goodman looks like he's going to be around whatever list he's invited to coming up. And then Liam Hicks and the amount of runs he's been driving in early on this season. Coach, I believe this is one that we agreed on, so I will let you tee up who it is.
Well, I always say a good hitting catcher is a cheat code. There's one guy that's just been going off. Saw it with my own eyes against my own team. He just bludgeoned us to death, although we did win the series, thank goodness. I have Hunter Goodman. He and his 26 homers. And one of the things that I've really leaned into this year, and I think that people are going to eventually catch on because that's what happens. Usually I do it first, and then people all join on, right? Hunter Goodman's actually the guy we talk about with that.
Yeah.
It's okay. I get it. Big brain over here. ABS challenges with a catcher is so important. We don't let pitchers do it unless you're Shohei Ohtani and you're mad at your catcher. It's catchers and batters who are challenging now. There is a stat overturns versus expected. Hunter Goodman is second in that, a 67% flip. He's won 44 challenges out of 66. You couple that with just hitting absolute nukes, you're going to get my vote for player through June.
Okay. Yeah, I agreed with you. You try not to be home runs or everything. We do a lot of that on our show, but man, the 26 for Hunter Goodman that end the month as a catcher. Baldwin sitting there at 14, Hicks at 13. Hunter Goodman has the most runs. He's beaten in RBIs by Contreras and Hicks, but those have been two of the most electric offenses in baseball that I think if Hunter Goodman was on the Fish or if Hunter Goodman was on the Brewers, I think those RBI numbers would be in a crazy place. He does get knocked in batting average on base, and he strikes out. But if you're going to strike out at that level, you better be hitting homers. And I believe he was second in baseball in home runs to Kyle Schwarber. So think about what we're talking about here. Kyle Schwarber, who's a guy fighting for MVP votes from the DH position. Hunter Goodman is the guy homering close to that level that I think it's the pick. It's not case closed as the year goes for sure, but I do think we got this one right.
You talk about strikeouts real quick. It does strike out a ton. But another stat that I want people to start thinking about when they think about catchers and what they do for the team, strikeouts gained by challenges. Hunter Goodman second in the league with 15 strikeouts. So that's flipping a count or even a walk. It could be a walk into a strikeout. 15 times he's done that this year.
Ooh. Yeah. You love ABS, huh?
I think it's gonna. I'm telling you, we're gonna wake up, and these catchers who are good at it are going to get paid. They're going to be the guys.
Congrats to Hunter Goodman. So we will not. Drake Baldwin will not get the Silver Daisy. Obviously, some injury and some play there. And congrats to Hunter Goodman and the Rockies getting some love that they deserved. I think it's time we almost start this episode because NL first base was one of the toughest positions. And Trev, I mean, in a beautiful way, it's kind of the guys we thought, right? If I had told you it was going to be Freddie Freeman, Bryce Harper, and Matt Olson before the year, you'd say, yep. Luis Garcia Jr. and Alec Burleson have been turning it up lately. The first 2 months, it was Matt Olson, part of that Braves dominant beginning of the season. He posts every day. The power is there. And Trev, this is, I mean, it's the mix that these guys bring. Freddie Freeman with a little more contact. Harper and Olson are going toe-to-toe in a lot of stats. Olson with a little more pop, Harper with a little more on base. I guess, how'd you chop it up and vote?
When you look at, what I thought were the three main guys, it really came down to me actually between Freddie and Matt Olson. I ended up going Matt Olson. He's kind of a guy that does everything. I love Freddie Freeman as well, but Matt Olson on the defensive side is just a tad bit better than him. He's got 6 OAA on the year to Freddie Freeman's 2. When you look at the offensive stats, I mean, he's got more homers than him. He's got more runs driven in. He's scored more runs. I mean, they both stolen 2 bases. Not that matters. I don't know that they were very close, identical OPSs through June, 875, where I thought the defense to me was a separator. Plus the counting stats were in Matt Olson's favor. So I went with my guy, Matt Olson.
This was arguably the hardest one, although second base also ugly in a second coming up. A couple of these are tight. Matt Olson had the throne for me. As I look at these offensive profiles, I have them both above Freddie. I know Freddie's charging right now, but I had Harper and Olson just still slightly above Freddie outside of the slugging felt like it was in a different realm for me. God, but it is really close. I'm not trying to put Frederick down here. Eventually you got to pick someone. I did go Harper. I thought the extra OPS points it kind of mattered. And for me, I guess when I break it down to Harper and Olson, I see 275, 276 batting average. Okay, I can't really split that one. The on-base percentage for me, a 375 on base from Bryce Harper compared to the 345 in Matt Olson, that's a significantly different player. That is kind of what took the vote from me. 375 is an elite on-base player. Matt Olson, that's, it's plus, but it's I was a little surprised when I saw it. And then the slugging is just neck and neck. So essentially I went on base on it. So
I love Bryce Harper. -9 OAA for me. That was a separator because their offensive stats are eerily similar. All three of those guys, if we're being honest. You talk about extra base hits and RBI and stuff like that. Matt Olson and Harper are basically neck and neck, like you mentioned. But to me, the separator in this exercise, we got to find something. To me, it was the defense. Yeah, we're talking a 15 outs above average split right there between the two.
And I'll tell you what, Trev, I have no shame if this one goes one way or the other. And when it has to go one way or the other, there's no person better to decide than our rightful judge, Judge John Boy, looking for his gavel. He just found it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, those are your ears if you want to. I mean, maybe you don't want to hear what the people say. The judge, I guess the judge listens and then doesn't. How does that work?
Good judges listen.
They listen.
You have to listen.
That's the whole job, kind of.
Yeah.
But then at a certain point, it's over.
Yes.
And this is that point.
This is Harper Olson.
Again,
for the people that are tuning in, and this is going fast. I feel like I was just here. Was this a quick month?
It's a quick month.
30 days.
People that are just tuning in, I'm trusting that you guys saw all the normal stats and it was even. And I'm bringing it to my tiebreaker stats. I value these stats that I'm about to talk about as tiebreakers, not as how you judge a guy.
For first base, you're good. Freddie Freeman has an argument, but they're all in the same bucket.
Well, I get told who to look at, so I only looked at Harper and Olson.
Yeah.
Okay. So the decision is easy based on the tiebreaker stats that I'm looking at, which we have a custom website that people can go look at for every player if you want. It won't update daily, but it'll just be through the month. Bryce Harper has a better OPS with runners on base, which I value, than Matt Olson. But that's not enough. The empty game stat. How many games do you just do nothing? No sack flies, no sack bunts, no hits, no walks. You don't reach. Bryce Harper, 25%. That's high, fellas. That's 1 out of every 4 games. Matt Olson, 15.7%. So he is helping his club in some way more consistently. And then this is the true kicker where Matt Olson wins it for me. No match. You cannot bring in relievers for matchups at the end. Versus righties, he's an 899 OPS. Versus lefties, he's an 847 OPS. Try to manage against that. If you have a lights out lefty reliever, you are happy to use him against Harper. 1 dotting versus righties. Versus lefties, 684. So, who would you rather manage against? Harper, if you have the weapons to get him out. Olson wins.
Well done.
Well done, Jimmy.
Well done. I have no qualms.
Just Jimmy, sorry.
I have no thank you. I have no qualms going down with that one. Obviously love Matty Olson, and he continues his pursuit for a Silver Daisy with that vote. So
I don't want to be privy to that information. I'm glad I wasn't.
You're not.
Oh, wait,
I'm not telling you that.
I'm glad I wasn't. No. I will.
Information.
You can tell me that now. I'll forget that in a month.
Play with your hair a little bit
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
That's very
I think
nice.
I need to change the sweatshirt because it looks kind of like drab. I need a darker sweatshirt, and then it'll really pop more.
I'm open to that. I don't know if you want to stay right now. Is second base on the tie-up list? I'm checking with our judges. No. All right, then why don't you change your hoodie? You do look great in that hoodie and that wig.
It's just they don't go together well.
Right.
I'll figure it out.
All right, let's hop over to National League second base. And Coach Trev, I thought we were pulling back the curtains, asking Robin Dahl. We submitted our votes blind. And then they told us, we have 5 necessary tiebreakers or votes that needed it to be broken. I thought NL second base would be one of them just because it's been the juiciest position, whether you're looking for pop and Brandon Lau, whether you're looking for contact and Arise and Edwards, whether you're looking for all-around and Turang and J.J. Weatherholt. It's just stacked that, Trev, I believe we've landed on the same fella.
We got a couple of young pups in the game right now who are coming in and who are just absolute dogs, ball players. And the guy that I ended up choosing, because you're right, you could go up and down this list of guys Luis Arise has been a revelation out there in San Francisco. Xavier Edwards and Otto Lopez, our 2 favorite middle infielders together. Again, Belau, what he's done for Pittsburgh, all these things. I went with J.J. Weatherholt for a couple different reasons, Jake. Number one, he is holding his own offensively. And when you're looking at this exercise, he's not going to be the best offensive player, although I think in time he might be. But what I want for my second baseman is, I think defense comes to mind first. I need somebody that can turn the double play. I need somebody you want the ball hit to. And he's one of the best defenders in all of baseball right now. 15 outs above average. Is higher than any of these guys and by quite a margin. Also 9 stolen bases, no caught stealing. So he's getting on base at a 358 clip and then also stealing some bags. To me, there wasn't enough offensive separator for me to say, okay, this guy stands out above. When the offenses are this similar, usually I will go 2 stolen bases, but the defense here I think was the biggest thing for me. He's the best in the business right now. So that's why I went with JJ.
Yes. And you and I, we talk about defensive war a lot, and it's what do we do with this or any of the defensive stats? Because guess what? If there was one that worked consistently, you would hear about it a lot more. And that would be the way we measure players, that you have to hop all over the board. With J.J. Weatherholt, the eye test, which still matters to me, and I heard an analytics quote I liked today. It was actually from my guy Ryan Russillo about the NBA. He was like, we have more data and information, but we still make decisions wrong. Especially for sport. Just because there's more stuff there doesn't mean the end game is solved. That for defense, I guess that's what I was tying that quote to, and I just want to say it today. For me, this came down to a rise in Weatherholt, weirdly enough, because Arise's hitting profile is just very impressive. Like, he's being that guy again. And even with the extra base hits, like, the doubles are there. So obviously Weatherholt has the homers. But I think Arise's offensive profile is a little above Weatherholt's, but Weatherholt has the speed and he has the defense. And it's game-changing defense. I mean, every Cardinals game that I'm catching, even if it's the highlights, his defense makes the highlights. It's like impact plays in the game. These plays that are changing games that I'm complaining about, that teams like don't care about them anymore. Like JJ Weatherholt is responsible for them. That he got my vote.
He also has a really low BABIP, so like some of these offensive stats should tick up. Like he's hitting the ball hard and he's squaring it up, but his BABIP is 288 compared to Luis Arraez, who's 326, Xavier Edwards 342. Now some of that, with Xavier Edwards has to do with some speed, I think, as well. But I expect the offensive numbers to tick up. And you're talking about a young guy. I mean, how old is JJ Weatherholt? He is 23 years old in his first season. Just, again, where the Cardinals are at making an impact, I think there's a couple right choices.
Yes.
But I think in the end, we settled on the right player.
It was Bryce Terang in April. It was Xavier Edwards in May. And my goodness, it'll be J.J. Weatherholt through the month of June.
The NL second baseman position stacked.
Crazy
Stacked.
Because the AL is not.
No.
Make the trade, some AL team, because it's jarring. Congrats to the kid. Wow. Might be seeing a lot of Weatherholt coming up. Shortstop position. I guess I'll be interested to see. Because through the first couple months, it was C.J. Abrams and Elly De La Cruz. I mean, just two offensive guys packing a punch with speed, power, and a beautiful mix. Mauricio Dubon made the sheet for NL shortstop, which snaps for him. I mean, maybe he could be a util vote kind of guy. Trev, the one for me, I'll jump ahead of you. We talk about that Marlins infield a lot, and Xavier Edwards probably should have gotten more love in that last segment because he's tied for the most steals. The batting average and on base are crazy, and he's just an amazing ball player. Otto Lopez, who he's paired up with in the middle, I went with him, 333 batting average. We don't see that anymore, man. You just don't. Along with doing enough defensively, especially if I'm comparing him to Elly, when I'm comparing him to C.J. Abrams, and what they bring on the defensive side of the ball, that for me, Otto Lopez, 16 stolen bases, 366 on base, and 852 OBS. This one was shockingly easy for me.
Yeah, another plus defender. If you can complain about one thing with Otto Lopez is the walk percentage is low, but he gets hits. I mean, he's getting on base still to 366 clip, which is kind of funny because he is hitting 333. So you understand where I'm coming from there a little bit, but you're right. Base running value is there. I think when you talk about guys up the middle, I want my guys to be able to run the bases. Otto Lopez does that. And defensively, again, just another guy that's getting the job done kind of like on all facets of the game. When I'm thinking of middle infielders, that's what I want. I want guys that can pick it. I want guys that are going to hit. But I also want guys that I want the ball hit to. And Otto Lopez is one of those guys. So I think he is the right choice here as well.
Congrats. To Otto Lopez. Wow. Abrams, Elly De La Cruz, Otto Lopez. I think we've got another speed one before. I'm very